though we were in half pads, and we'll go full pads tomorrow, but we worked heavily on the inside running game. As you guys know, last year we just did not run the ball nearly as well as what we needed to at times. However, Nico had a good year, but the style of running, we've got to be able to establish the line of scrimmage, knock some people off, and you only do that in practice. So we worked hard on that today. I kind of held my breath. I mean, It wasn't a full speed deal, but it looked pretty full speed. As far as guys didn't finish practice, Mario Mora did not. He's got I think he hyperextended his back. We'll find out a little bit more. He maybe could have finished, but we're in the midst of fall camp, so they'll check and do an assessment tomorrow. The guys that stood out to me as far as freshmen, I think Trayton Welsh is really doing some things at the tight end position. He's kind of a hybrid guy. He was a wide receiver in high school, but he shows, good explosion and good hands, and so we're excited about him. We're going to continue to work our quarterbacks. I thought Tyler did some good things today, at times extending some plays, and of course, Tyler was pretty good at that last year. So outside of that, I still think Logan Wilson's having an excellent fall camp. We're excited about him. And some of the other guys, I think Ravante Holt is showing some real strong presence inside as well. So at this time, questions?
That inside run game you were working on, obviously depends on the line, but do you like what X and Trey have given you at running back in those drills, at least what you've simulated
so far? It's been tough. The other guy I think really doing a nice job, Skylar Miller. Here's a guy that's from Torrington, and when we can access a fullback and have somebody come in there and do some really good blocking, Tyler's done a good job.
I know you've mentioned you want to be physical and you have to get ready for the season, but the inside running game with some of the injuries you already have up front on the offensive line, do you have to pick and choose when days you do that?
Yeah, you do, and that's, there's some science. We track everything and work with our strength and conditioning staff, but some of it's art too. You just look and say, okay, today we're going to have to step on the gas a little bit. And we've kind of varied our practices, but that was a point of emphasis. I think we walked off the field and we made progress today.
Do you have any other injuries pop up today?
No, nothing. There was one other one, but it was nothing that's going to keep a guy out.
A guy like John Akbali certainly has been in the program a long time. You look at his numbers and they don't overwhelm you, but how important could he be as not just a senior, but being in the program and his experience? Just how big could he be for this team?
Huge, and what you're always looking for. It's been my experience, Robert, that when you're seniors, especially the seniors who, maybe don't have a lot of notoriety, when they walk out and their last year is their best year and they play up, that's typically when you have your best years. And so a guy like John is beyond paid his dues. I mean, it's time for him to make plays. He recognized that. I think he had a really good summer, and he's very capable. I know the quarterbacks feel really good about him.
You lose CJ, and that was a group that struggled last year. What have you seen from the receivers so far?
You know what? Some good things. It's been great to have Gunnar Gentry out there, and I think he can have a big presence. Some of our other receivers seem to be catching the ball pretty well. Rocket and Austin Conway are doing well also.
You mentioned you'll be in full pads tomorrow, so obviously you're not going to just go. That's an important practice, though. The first one in full pads.
It is, but anymore how you work things. The number of times you do full tackle to the ground is really pretty limited. Not only our team, but a lot of teams. However, I think. We'll have a physical practice, and we had one today. I talked to our guys about getting in the cold tubs, making sure our recovery's on point, because for us to be physical this year, you have to practice that way.
Craig, what other positions do you actually have competition going on for starting jobs?
Well, I think we have a starting job at punter.
Yeah.
That's up for debate. Some of the other things I think we're looking at, our nickel position is still unsettled. Keon's there, but hasn't played a lot, so we'll certainly take a look at that. I think we're going to take a hard look at the fullback position as we go through. There's some competition there as well. Some other things are kind of getting solidified in there. That's what spring football is all about too.
Patrick and Eric, are they in competition at left guard?
Yeah, what we're going to do, though, you'll see those guys roll, and there'll be times that they'll roll in a game, and sometimes Patrick will play center, sometimes he'll play guard. Anything else? Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.